need to get my laptop and go out by the pool.
Okay.
Zoom in.
Mr. Malinowski, I just heard from Miss Kennedy, and she is not going to be able to make the meeting, so I wanted to let you know that.
All right, that means we got to hope for one more person.
Miss Newton is logging on as we speak.
Oh, I see her picture there.
Yes. I believe Brad is also on the line, Mr. Malinowski.
I see his name on the telephone down there.
Hey, I'm here.
Okay,
Mr. Malinowski, can you hear me?
yes, I can, Miss Newton.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay, well, I have on the official county computer 4 p.m. right now. And if you weren't there when Ms. Roberts just mentioned that Ms. Kennedy will not be able to make it, so it's the two of us. So
Thank
I will call the meeting to order. And the first business on the agenda is approval of the minutes for March 3rd, 2020. And I have a motion.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve the minutes.
And I will second that. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor of approval of the minutes, Ms. Roberts?
Malinowski,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes,
it passes.
Okay, item number 3, adoption of the agenda. Entertain a motion.
move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Okay, I'll second that. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Roberts, call the vote.
Malinowski,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes,
it passes.
Next order of business is number 4, notificatoni of vacancies. I say that because that's how it's written here, but it's actually notification of vacancies. A, accommodations tax, B, hospitality, 2 for accommodations, 1 for hospitality, and 1 for the East Richland Public Service Commission.
Mr. Chair,
Ms. Newton, yes.
I move that we advertise all the positions listed under item 4.
Okay, I will second that. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chair?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, just a question. Now that we are having the virtual meetings, is the idea that we will also, presuming we haven't resumed normal operations, also conduct our interviews by Zoom meeting?
Yes, I don't know. It would be a Zoom meeting. It may just be a conference call meeting. I discussed that with Ms. Roberts and we've got the option, I believe.
Thank you.
All right, no further discussion. Then we have a motion and a second to advertise number 4A, A through C, the vacancies. Ms. Roberts?
Yes, sir. Malinowski,
Yes.
Newton,
Yeah.
it passed.
Number 5, items for action, 5A. The CMRTA Comment Board has 2 vacancies. I move that Richland County Council appoints 1 council member to the board and advertises the remaining vacancy. That was by Newton, Livingston, and Dickerson. On this particular item, well, I'll take a motion first and then we can do discussion if needed, if we need to.
Mr. Chair, I move to approve this item and forward it to full council for a vote.
I'll second that. Any discussion? I have some if Ms. Newton, if you don't have anything right now.
We'll wait for you, Mr. Malinowski.
Okay, well, my question was on page 11 of our agenda, there's a highlighted section there, and I was just wondering why those two lines are highlighted on page 11 of the agenda. I guess maybe the clerk's office did it. Can anyone tell me? Okay, hearing no response, then I'd also like to know why we have all the rest of this information, the CMRTA Vision 2020 in here. I don't see that this has any pertinence to what we're trying to do and discuss and vote on here. Does anybody know why that's there? Okay,
Mr. Chair,
yes.
I did not put these materials in our packet, so I can't answer this question definitively. I know that there were some questions previously expressed about council authority, and in the email exchanges and conversations that I had with Mr. Farrar, he mentioned that per the IGA and per statute, we had the ability to appoint members at our discretion, and perhaps that's why this information is there, but I did not select it, so I cannot say.
Okay, I just want to make sure it has no bearing on what we're doing right now. You're not aware of it. I'm not aware of it. I also had the same discussions with Mr. Farrar, and it is up to the council discretion. And I might add that it's my understanding that county council is much more accountable, I'm going to say, in making sure that items are voted in a proper way because of the information that the council members have when they go to CMRTA board meetings versus maybe somebody from the legislative delegation who may be trying to control how some things are voted on by the citizen appointees. So based on that, I think for accountability purposes, I agree with putting the second council on there and moving forward. So,
Thank you. Mr. Malinowski?
yes, Ms. Newton.
If I could just say one other thing, my understanding is that right now the Comet is in a process of strategically evaluating its routes, strategically evaluating its services, and making decisions on how it's going to be able to continue to serve Richland County and our citizens, and indeed how it's going to survive after the penny. And so I think that some of those questions to having an additional council member, to your point about accountability, was also being able to assist in those strategic conversations as well.
And that sounds very good. If there's no further discussion, then let's vote on the action item of appointing a council member and advertising the remaining vacancy. Ms. Roberts?
Malinowski,
Yes.
Newton,
Yeah.
it passes.
Okay. Is there any other discussion? If not, we're on item number 6.
Move to adjourn.
I second that motion. All in favor, Ms. Roberts?
Malinowski,
Yes.
Newton,
Yes.
it passes.
And I'd like to acknowledge Ms. Teresa and thank her for joining us.
Thank you. This was the most pleasant committee meeting I've had all day.
Bye. See y'all later at 5.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.